Big names, a streaming hit, a high-profile arrest that once gripped the country. Now, a court battle. Today, we are unpacking the defamation suit filed by former NCB officer Sameer Wankhede against Netflix, Red Chillies Entertainment, and others over the new series, The Bads of Bollywood. What exactly did he allege? What did the Delhi High Court do? And why does this tussle matter for creative freedom, reputation, and streaming platforms in India? Let's dive right in. First, the basics. In late September 2025, Sameer Wankhede, the IRS officer who was in the spotlight after leading the Narcotics Control Bureau probe that resulted in Aryan Khan's 2021 arrest, filed a civil defamation suit in the Delhi High Court. In the suit, Wankhede alleges that the Netflix series The Bads of Bollywood portrays a character clearly modeled on him in a false and malicious manner, and the depiction has led to online trolling and damage to his reputation. He has sought damages, injunctive relief, and an order to remove or take down the allegedly defamatory parts of the series. Among the specifics reported in the plaint, Wankhede points to the first episode, where a plainclothed cop character appears to raid a party and acts in a cartoonish mocking way, including a scene in which the cop chants Satyameva Jayate, then exits after getting a rude gesture. Wankhede says those sequences are meant to portray him and to ridicule him publicly. He's also asked the court for rupees 2 crores in damages and said he would donate any award to Tata Memorial Hospital. So, how did the court respond? On October 8, 2025, the Delhi High Court issued summons, essentially notices, to the defendants, Red Chillies Entertainment, Netflix, and several other entities, including platforms where the related content has circulated. The court listed the matter for further hearing on October 30th and directed the defendants to file their replies within a short timeline. At this stage, the court did not grant an interim injunction to take the show down. Summons are procedural, they require the defendants to respond, but they are not a ruling on the merits of the case. That may sound straightforward, but two important legal points are already in play. First, jurisdiction. The Delhi High Court at an earlier hearing questioned whether the suit is maintainable in Delhi, meaning the court asked whether this is the correct place to file the case given where the alleged harm occurred. The bench told the plaintiff that there is a process and standard test for where defamation suits should be filed. That line of questioning could influence whether the case proceeds in Delhi at all. Second, the balance between reputation and free expression. Defamation law protects individuals from false, damaging statements. At the same time, courts and democracies protects artistic expression, satire, and commentary, especially when a work addresses matters of public interest. The defendants, Netflix and Red Chillies, are likely to argue that the series is fictional, satirical, or a composite of public incidents, and that any resemblance to an actual person is incidental or fair comment. The plaintiff will press that the depiction crosses the line into targeted humiliation and falsehood. The outcome will depend on evidence about how closely the character maps to Wankhede, the intent behind the portrayal, and whether the net effect is defamatory. At the time of reporting, the defendant's former replies had not been publicly filed. Public reaction has been intense and split. Some viewers quickly noticed a resemblance between the fictional cop and Wankhede and shared memes and posts, which Wankhede says escalated into online trolling of him and his family. Others say the show is a satire of a notorious incident and is institutional behavior, not a personal attack. This case is a good reminder that when fictional work is perceived as pointing at real individuals, the legal and reputational risks spike for creators and platforms alike. So, where might this go? There are a few realistic outcomes. The court keeps the suit in Delhi and proceeds to examine merits. If Wankhede proves that the portrayal is false and injurious, the court could award damages and order takedowns or edits. The court finds the suit not maintainable in Delhi and transfers or dismisses it. That would push Wankhede to file in a different forum and could delay resolution. The court finds the series falls within artistic freedom and public interest protection and rejects the defamation claim. That would be an important precedent for creators, but a setback for persons who feel wronged by fictionalized portrayals. Or the parties settle out of court. Given the reputational stakes for both sides, settlements remains a practical possibility, often with a public statement, a tweak to the content, or monetary compensation, as Wankhede has asked for. Beyond the courtroom outcome, this case raises broader questions. How should creative teams handle portrayals that echo real, recent, and controversial events? What duty do streaming platforms have to fact check or respond to reputation based complaints? And how should courts thread the needle between protecting free speech and safeguarding personal reputation in the age of viral clips and memes? Right now, the concrete facts are these. Wankhede filed a defamation suit seeking 2 crore rupees, and an injunction. The Delhi High Court has issued summons to Netflix and Red Chillies and listed the matter for 30th October. The court did not grant an immediate takedown and it has raised questions about whether Delhi is the right forum. The legal battle is early but consequential. Don't forget to subscribe and tell me in the comments where do you think the line should be drawn between satire and defamation.